At last, a break in the weather. I can finally do it. So yes, last time the weather caught me out. Painted all these steps, they look fantastic. Then out of nowhere, down come the rain, washed it all off. And it's kind of, well, it's bugged me ever since, so I'm going to take the opportunity to do it now. Got good weather for at least a few days, so that will dry. Now in a previous video, me, Sam and her mum went to a fantastic brocante. Bought some lovely items, and unfortunately in the filming, if you haven't seen that video, we ran out of time. When we got back it was dark and we couldn't set all of our stuff up outside to show you, so I could get this painted and I'll show you exactly what I bought. Certainly got a good undercoat on it. There's my little supervisor. He's never far away from me. Now apologies for the background noise. Obviously we're in countryside, there's farmers working. Now that is why we don't let our cats out. Now all the way around us, combine harvesters, you know, lots of machinery which are dangerous to them. You know, we have had cats before and they've been outside, but in this particular environment we've chose to keep them indoors. They've got an outdoor pen, perfectly happy. More importantly, they're perfectly safe. Now we also have hunts in the area, you know, where they use the dogs and, you know, the control of deer and wild boar, so lots of shooting going on as well. So yeah, we figured it's just not worth it. So that's to the people that keep saying, why do you keep your cats inside the cage? And there you have it, that's the answer. Okay, I did promise to show you what I bought the other day. Just have a quick glimpse. Some of the stuff I got, I'm well pleased with it. Now I've been on the search for a pair of doors like this for quite some time now, and as luck would have it, I walked in, I see them, I thought, yep, they will be perfect. Great detailing. I've not looked at them closely because it was dark when we got home, like I say before. But let's take a closer look at these fantastic little doors. I'll give 20 euros for them. Not even worth me making them for that money. Now they've come off of an ancient piece of furniture. If you look at the detailing on the carving, you know, that just can't be replicated nowadays. Yep, I could say 20 euros. Beautiful scutcheons. Yeah, and I've got the hinges as well. So, yeah, a great find. They're oak. There's no woodworm in them, which makes them really unusual for France. First, I'm beginning to think, you know, are they replica? There's no woodworm on them. You know, I've even seen on new reproduction furniture they actually put woodworm holes in it. Not to try and, you know, pass it off as a fake, but I suppose it made them feel at home. Now they're going to go upstairs in the cottage, in the bathroom. I just can't help myself when it comes to lighting. I've got the glass panel for this. just illustrating that they come out. Someone's converted it into a makeshift sort of table lamp, but it's got lovely frosted glass. But look at the detailing on it. It's in brass and copper. It's fantastic. That can either be hung up or, you know, various ways of displaying it. Maybe on a base as well. It's got the light fitting in there. It's all cabled up. It'd be lovely to clean that up and see how, you know, what's lurking beneath. But yeah, really pleased with that. Now that cost me €15, so yeah, that was a no-brainer. I do like my quirky lights. So that was a good buy. But I think the best buy is right next to me here. Let me show you what I mean. Look at that little table, isn't it a beauty? Lovely condition. What I like about this is its proportions. So yeah, you know, we can drop the sides down and it's tiny. You know, it's going to fit just perfect back in the cottage. And yeah, as I was looking at it, I'm thinking there's something underneath it. It's like a, it's kind of like a lozenge shape compartment. Now initially I thought maybe that's like a sewing table. And then Sam's mum Lynn, she was with me when I purchased this, she said there is a secret drawer on there. And I was intrigued to know where it was, and she told me. I haven't opened it yet. Let's do it now. It's there. Yep, that slides out. Don't know how far we're going to get it. Maybe I'll put the tripod down. Two-hand job. Don't want to break it, but I'm intrigued to see what's in there, if anything. A little bit of wax on the runners. Oh, when was the last time this was opened? There you go. So I thought that was rather unusual, really. Not sure whether it would have been lined with baize or something like that for sewing. Yeah, a little secret compartment underneath. And of course you've got the, not really open the drawers yet. Okay. Yep, dovetail construction. Printed on there. That's got a tin lining in the back. All in all, a lovely little piece. Let me spin it round and open the back compartment. Yep. I would imagine a little pot slid in and out of there in case you was caught in the middle of the night for an emergency. So what did I pay for this? €24 and 60 centimes. Why 60 centimes I don't know. There you go. What a sweet little table. There it's not by any means a high-end antique, but it doesn't need to be. You know, it just needs to be functional. It's great quality. And that underneath there, Augerville, probably where it was made. There's a little sticker underneath. Now, as far as its age goes, it's got to be at least 100 years old. Some of these date back probably a couple of 100 years old. This one isn't one of those early ones, but nevertheless, it is great quality. And for less than €25, yeah, I'll certainly get my money's worth out of it. Now at that particular brocante we was at, it starts off at the highest price, then as time goes by the price drops. Not sure whether they call that like a Dutch auction, although it wasn't an auction. So it starts off at a price and it goes lower and lower and lower until it's almost for nothing, and then someone buys it and makes more space. So it makes a lot of sense. High turnover. The link will be in the description. I think I'm going to take those pair of doors upstairs into the bathroom in the cottage and see what they look like, kind of in situ. think they could certainly work. I could put either a fixed panel above, or look out for another door and have a hatch there, or leave it open even. I'm flexible, you know, I can design it around what I've got. That is the beauty of freestyling it. I've still not decided what way to go with this, but you know, it's not a major priority at the moment. It was just to see whether it would work. I bought these legs separately and yet to decide which way to configure that, but it's generally taking shape. And you know, if I decide I don't want to put them there, I don't have to put them there. You know, there's lots of other sort of spaces that I can use the doors, maybe not even up here, downstairs maybe. So for that sort of money I will make them fit somewhere in this place for sure. Now, I purchased this the other day, and when I was in the brocante yesterday I purchased a thin glass tube, like, it's not a shade but like a tube I suppose, it's not a big round one, the inner one, but I'm not sure whether it will fit in there, so I'm just going to try it. I'll go and get it. Still on the lookout for the bulbous part of it. Yeah, I've just noticed it's got a stamp on it, Matador. Probably never been used. Yeah, there's a new wick inside there. Don't think there's much to them really. Unscrews. Is that unscrew? Yep. Or no. Shouldn't really unscrew, should it? Okay, anyway, that's by the by. Let's pop that back in. See where it fits in there. Yep. Let's give it a try. That's a shame, just too big. Don't think it doesn't go that way. No. It's upside down. Oh well. I've got another oil lamp that needs one of these, so maybe it will fit on that. Maybe it just sits there, I'm not sure. I think what I'll probably do is take that with me next time, leave it in the car next time I go to a brocante or vide grenier, pop that in my bag. I'm keen to take a closer look at that electric lamp because that's quite, yeah, it's quite nice actually, so I think I'll give that a clean. Hopefully the glass panels will come out, give it a nice clean and see what we're dealing with. At the moment, yeah, I'm still doing tasks. Previous video I mentioned that I pulled my Achilles heel, but you know, that's by the by. So I'm having to peg it back a little bit just until I'll get back to 100% again. So I hope you don't mind, but it's going to be different activities. I thought to myself, well, I can't just do long renovation videos anymore. Well, for now anyway. So why don't I mix it up a little bit, maybe put them out a little bit more frequent and just show you some of the mixed stuff that I don't normally film. So just sticking to the renovations, maybe this particular point in time it's more beneficial for me at the moment to mix it up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Go and clean it up, see what it comes up like, see where I'm going to use it. Let's go. Oh yeah, you've got little tabs inside, you just bend them over, lift the panels out. See, they've got little tabs on them. Just there. Bend those over. You should be able to get the rest of it out. Should have probably numbered them because they're different sizes. Didn't expect that. I think the door, oh yeah, the door was the different size one. I think the rest are the same. That's it. I'm just going to try it with a Brillo pad first. So I haven't really got to worry about, you know, scratching it. It's quite rustic. It's going to need quite a bit of elbow grease just to clean it really. You know, I don't want it too overly polished. Let's get it set up, give it a try. There it comes, shining up lovely. So yeah, it looks like that little detail there has been hand planished. Sign of quality. Now I just want to do it so it's got a nice bit of patination on it still left, but just highlight the raised areas. That way it looks really nice. Well, that's what I think anyway. I'll get a cloth in a minute and wipe that off. Let's just move it around. Now when you're doing anything like this, do it lightly, because once you've removed it you can't put it back on. This has took years to age like this, so make sure you pick the right grade of wire. Okay, let's clean those two sides off to see, you know, whether I need to keep going with it. So let's give it a wipe off, see what we're dealing with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a few straight scratch marks there. We'll kind of feather that in a little bit. Can you just see them there? That's okay. That's why you mustn't take off too much in one pass. That side's okay. So just that area there. Nothing complicated, but just slightly feather the area around it. Different directions of motion. Just keep trying like that. I might have to take it back a little bit more. What you've got to try and do is imitate the actions of someone polishing it over all those years. Yep, that's a lot softer. There you go, that's how it's cleaning up. I'll probably put a wax over it or something. Might not even need it. Just got to do the top section. Yeah. Fantastic. You know, it's not ancient. It's probably about 100 years old, thereabouts. It's been converted with electricity. Probably a candle originally. And would have probably come from Morocco, looking at it. That kind of vibe going on. These glass panels. It's much better. Brilliant. Clean these off, piece it back together and see what we're left with. Well, what do you think? I think it's come up lovely. Clean all the glass now, pops it back in. Now I wonder what this will look like lit up at night time. I'll tell you what, we haven't got long to wait. Yeah, shame not to illuminate it, isn't it? Let's do it. Now whilst we've still got a little bit of daylight left, I need to plant something up, and I also need to check on some of the stuff I've planted. Not been over there for probably weeks. Yeah, I know. So let's head on over to what will be the food forest. Yep, I know, I haven't spoke about it for quite some time. That's how it goes, but yeah, let's go and check on it, talk about it as well. Yes, it's getting rather overgrown around here. Like I say, my ride on has given up the ghost, finally I think. And I'm not able to cut the grass with the push along mower because that's how I injured my Achilles. So, yep, it does look a little bit overgrown. Right, this is what I wanted to check. This little area I planted up quite a few weeks ago. Now they've started to form red cabbages. Albeit a little bit leggy. What else do we have? Celeriacs. Yeah, they're doing okay. Now you have to use your imagination a little bit here. Now I'm in the process of making a food forest. Now what that entails is basically several different layers of food and fruit, herbs and flowers all growing in harmony together. Each complementing one another, pollination, feeding the soil. It's nothing complicated. It sounds it, but it really isn't when you dive into it. So basically what this area here will be a series of just everything growing together. Now at the moment I've got pathways through, but what I plan to do is mulch all the area with the wood chip. The farmers are beginning to do their forestry work, lots of wood chip available, so I'm going to cover the area with wood chip first. I'm going to put multiple layers of cardboard down. Now what that does, suppresses the grass and weeds. Then you put the mulch on top, and then what I'm probably going to do is buy some good quality bagged material on top of the wood bark and plant into that and see how that goes. I can't dig this over. I'm also trying to do the method of no dig. Yep, definitely if you've got back issues, I think the no dig idea certainly warrants looking into. Basically, I think the principles of no dig, if you don't dig, you're not breaking up the soil, you're not breaking, there's something that's going on down there basically, lots of microorganisms. If you keep digging it, it damages that and it takes a long while to recover. So from what I've read, you don't dig, you don't have to dig, put it that way. You can plant on top. So that's what I'm going to do in this area, and I will keep you posted on how it goes. At the moment we've got probably we've got nearly a dozen fruit trees in this area. Some are natural, some are planted, with potatoes, all different crops growing around here. So I'm keen to introduce wildflowers, herbs. If it's not in the right place, it won't survive. The strongest will survive in this garden. I haven't got too much time to tend to it, so it goes in. If it does well, if it's the right plant in the right place, it will thrive. If not, it will just go. That's just how nature works, isn't it? Yeah, let's have a closer look. Yeah, have a look at this one. Now if Sam was here, she'd tell you all what these are. You know, look how beautiful this is. It's just lovely, a splash of colour. Now I did look into the planting scheme when I'd done this, but yeah, I've since forgot what all the plants are as normal, but we've got leeks in there. Got lots of different herbs. Maybe some of you can recognise them. Some are for, you know, ornamental, some are for pollination. This one's a great one, that feeds the soil as well. That borage. So all these ones are leeks. I haven't done too much of this whatsoever, and it doesn't look like it's been bothered by any pests whatsoever. Yeah, that's encouraging. Yes, I've since read that, you know, if you've got maybe, I don't know, green fly smothered all over it. Now if you get rid of the green fly, the thing that predates on the green fly has got nothing to eat, so you start breaking the food chain for the insects. So yeah, if you get green fly, hopefully the ladybirds will turn up and hoover them all up. That is kind of the way I like to garden. Like I say, I'm here, there and everywhere. I haven't got too much time to sit and tend this area, but hey, I don't think I had to here. It's looking after itself. After all, that's what nature does, don't it? Now I have bought some bare rooted fruit trees, which basically means they come with just the roots on the bottom. They're stored that way, so they'll need to be planted fairly soon. Not sure if they're going in this area. I've had another area cleared over there which I've got to landscape, so yeah, I'll maybe plant them over there. We had some almonds. Now that only got planted recently, and I had a bowl of almonds off of that tiny little tree, so that was really good. Wasn't expecting that. Peaches, we actually got some peaches this year. The pears weren't so good. Apples were a little bit better, but it just goes like that. Some years, you know, better conditions for different things. I think if you plant enough, it compensates. I've got little tiny fruit trees, I've got bushes. What I haven't planted successfully is blueberries. I do love being out here. It's, you know, very calming, and it is a nice break from the cottage. So yeah, once I'm able to, we'll get back out here and do a little bit more. Well, the boss is here, just going to check on the greenhouse. Oh, she's giving me the signal, let's go to the greenhouse. Yeah, I forgot to check in the greenhouse. Not still pulling tomatoes off of them, surely?
Sure am.
Wow. Tell you what, we've done really well with tomatoes, haven't we?
Yeah.
For ages they wasn't going red, they stayed green. I mean, we've still got some green ones on here.
Yeah, some of them have got a bit of disease now though.
Oh right. It gets
They're coming to the end, I mean,
yeah.
We can't complain.
Beefsteak ones, are they?
No, they're not beefsteak, they're a heritage.
Heritage type. Well, I'll tell you what, save some pips from that.
Yeah, I will.
And we'll grow some more of them. Right, I've been polishing something.
Oh.
Something we bought the other day at the Brocont. Come and have a look how it's turned out.
Okay.
I think you'll be surprised. What do you think?
Wow, it's come up lovely.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't even know that bit was copper, did we?
No, it's so
It's
dirty.
so dirty, it just all looked like the same metal. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh.
Yeah, it would have hung like that.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm going to change the base, but yeah, it's come up really good. Right, before I forget, those steps are finally painted.
Excellent.
And because the farmer has cut the grass, I now know it's going to be dry for a few days, so that's a good sign he was cutting the grass earlier.
Yeah, it was cut last hay crop of the season.
The year, yeah. So no rain due for a few days.
No.
That's brilliant. Wow, they look great. I think it will look better once it's elevated up in the air. We're looking underneath it as opposed to being on the ground. Okay, that is it for this video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.